bad left hook said it was close to 350.
Yeah, I fuck with bad left hook.
You want that link?
Nah,
Or,
I believe
oh.
it. I believe it. I believe. Yeah, Steve, I had to take it down. You know how Brandon is. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the truth, man.
Hey, let's get to some super chats, man.
Oh, shit, we got some. They showing that love. They part of the conversation this morning. Oh, yeah, we got KDDR, who says, I know PBC doesn't give a fuck about Bud, but I like that he has put it out to the world that he wants EJ Ugas or the Charlo Castano winner. Nothing has changed. He always called for. And we all know he is a super Bud fan. Which they
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
So, KDDR 7989 back with another one. What is 100? What is our favorite? I'm glad you're 25. What's the young guy abbreviation for FA?
Free agent.
Oh, shit. Bud is a 100% free agent. Not on the other side. I thought that was the hindrance. But truth be told, PDC let their truth.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa.
Real truth out there.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
That's not true. See,
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, hitting out.
that Bud wants a big, big number. Because he fucking sat there.
For the touchback. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Everybody is talking and regurgitating what he's breaking. He doing his thing. Young man, too. Young guy. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
I was just saying, everybody is out back.
Handoff, it's McKinnon. He takes us from the 30 to the 34. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught here by Bell. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
I don't know. 110. First
Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. On first down now, run with McKinnon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second.
I don't mind Macabre, and I damn sure don't mind Earl. Let's be real. If Ugas loses to Earl and Canelo's like, hey, it's time, 100,000 in Cabo, I'm going to be right there with my Canelo shit on. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't mad at that.
I don't want to see that.
Get out of here.
I don't want to see that.
Why not? Why not? That's part of boxing. That's part of boxing. No. Canelo can meet him at 164. I'm sure he's a short man. He's like 5'6", 5'8".
I don't see him moving down.
Bruh, listen, none of them dudes, Charlo ain't putting 100K.
And pay-per-view was planned. He did over 80 million. Generated over 80 million. So what's gonna happen? Take that Charlo Benavidez. Let it become a bidding war. Oh, because the obvious answer to some would be Vegas got the money. Let Jerry Jones come with that pocketbook. Paying for that fight. We need that fight. And fucking Texas and Dallas.
They run the counter. McKinnon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
All Charlotte can do is drop the bell. So what you mean, Al? It's not up to Al. It's up to the sanctioning body. Bub moved to welterweight and got a title shot versus Horn right away. The truth of that matter is he got a title shot versus Horn, who Bob had options on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What Bob orders.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
He's no longer with
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
MTK or Probellum comes out and bids astronomically to take the fight to somehow in Dubai. And this is me just being optimistic for Bud fans, but we all know that's
now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Flush to his right. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
All you gotta say is, look, Al, I'm looking for a 2 fight then. I'm really the baddest dude on the planet, so I'm looking for a 3 fight.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Give me Charlo next. No, can't do that. It's going to have to be
Throwing to start the drive. Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Looks like we got
Throwing on first down is Brady.
What's going on?
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I'm up all night, so it is what it is, man. We always grinding, always working. I had some time to check into the show. I see
now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I mean, it wouldn't be in Al's best interest to put the money into those fights for him unless he's going to be an Al Heyman fighter. And he's going to sign to the PBC. I mean, in all reality, he should have probably done that.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
When was the last time Bud was in a fight where we were like, man, he might lose? I mean, the last fight I
from the 36, Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon.
And that was like forever.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
To see if he was ready to fight the rest of those welterweights. I mean, he was the test. He was the test to come over to the PBC side to see if Bud was full of shit and just beating up the
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
We don't even know what version of Spence we got yet until he fights. We'll see how he looks after the injury to see what kind of fight that is going to be against Crawford. Because at the end of the day, man, I kind of like to look at it a little bit.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Look at Spence, that doesn't seem to be the man he was. But, that's just my opinion. I mean, if Spence doesn't look super great, I mean, obviously, I get the point of unifying.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
If you're showing your greatness, then it might be.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Spence isn't who he once was. It's going to be a fight that didn't happen soon enough.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
For some people, it wasn't what it was. Like, I thought Floyd Pacquiao went exactly the way it was going to go, whether it was 5 years earlier, 3 years earlier. I just thought Floyd's counterpunching would nullify whatever Pacquiao was going to bring to the table. But at the end of the day,
Mahomes going to throw. He
want.
finds McKinnon, complete.
We need that fight.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jarek McKinnon from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
How do we fucking miss
CD for them? This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
It's just making everybody want Benavidez and Charlos more, which obviously is going to mean and represent more money. More money.
Do you think in any form
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
But that's the thing. Even still, Al has a fiduciary, I hope I pronounced it properly, a duty to his fighters. If Canelo comes asking for Earl, you gotta tell him. Like, Earl knew.
The final shot before half for Brady. Escaping the pressure right.
It was his decision.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
around this time he gets to talk about who these fighters made? Do you think it could be a situation where next year, this time, Al's like, I'm going to give you 80 to fight deal? Because it's like, if you don't fight one of my guys, who are you going to fight?
But that's what I'm saying. He still can
A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in the second half. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
So Al's in a position where you got, see, it's different than Crawford wanting to fight who don't bring what Canelo brings to the table. Like, so I got a quick question.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Maybe Charlo gets a lower number and he gets back end number because they know they're going to sell. Remember, I mean, look, I'm not saying Adrian Broner was right, but Adrian Broner.
Here's Brady to throw.
We got to at least take into consideration. He says Al puts his guys on paper.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You can take, I don't know, $5 million up front guaranteed. At least $5 million. Dervianchenko got 5.5 or was being offered that. So it could get low is what I'm telling you. It could, especially for a guy with no belt, it could get low. But low, that's not low to me. 5.5 million, baby, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And look, it was low to Dervianchenko. He said, no, I don't want your 5.5. I'd rather fight Gennady for 5.5 and try and win the belt and come back and see you.
What's Charlo's biggest payday so far in his career? What's the most money he's made in one fight?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Dervianchenko, you think? Let me look it up.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. Maybe Dervianchenko, hopefully, but you know that they are different over there. Their numbers don't be out there like that, man. What you think you know, you don't know when it come to them people, man. We know that shit already. We know that. Like, what's the name of the fighter we just had on? My man literally said, like, man, even if you don't take care of me on the front end, you make sure I get hooked up on the back end. Like, yo, it's out there, man. That shit is no secret.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious because I feel like, I mean, if you're Charlo, what's your biggest payday so far? So if you go into a Canelo fight, I mean, front end, back end, which one's bigger? Because, I mean, if I'm a businessman, I would pay the money up front if I knew my back end money was going to be larger.
I got people in the chat, Milwaukee Money saying Charlo made 3.5 M's. Don't know how true that is. Danny, keep looking it up.
Yeah, I was going to say everything I'm finding is
low.
It's saying 1.5. So this for Dervianchenko, which is his highest.
But he got, wasn't that pay-per-view? He got back in. He got back in.
So if Milwaukee Money saying 3.5, maybe he got 2 million on the back.
I don't know. Didn't that pay-per-view only do 130, or was that a different one?
Was that the pay-per-view that they did, the doubleheader one?
Yeah.
That's the doubleheader with the two Charlos, right?
Yeah, it was rumored to 130. I got a super chat. Sway in New York.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
He need to get with like a MTK or who else is a powwow? Who else got some money? He need to get some.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
At least raise the bid, right? Because if Al knows someone is going to be there, now he's got to bid more than normal. Because if not, Crawford's team wins the rights to promote the fight. So it's like, at least have someone there to bid, to raise the shit a little bit. Because you only get 20 to 30% of that. He can negotiate more. He can do it.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Asked to make
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If it makes a lot of sense, you know, it might not happen.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I sit there and look at Terrence. He really needs to
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
I'd like to see him.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Do you think that we actually see that fight really happen?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a third down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Why are we watching that?
You know, you haven't seen Danny since the Spence fight, you know, so right now you're talking 15 months.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Because I think that one, Thurman needs another fight where he really tries to challenge a Bud or EJ, right? And then I think
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I think that could be a good rematch and a good fight to put either one of them in position to be seriously talked about to fight at the time. I think it's their last shot.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Because he hasn't shown that he can lose to everyone at the top like Danny, he deserves another.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
If it's a Josecito, if it's someone like Danny, okay.
Cousins gives way to Cook.
Because he's still
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to work.
Can't be denied, boy.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 52 yards. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Use your name, go fight a 54-pounder then. That's what you out here said. That you want to fight at 54. Go ahead. They're going to use your name up there. You ain't big enough for that. You know, and I mean in terms of weight and power. But if you can prove it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The only way back to the top is through Ennis and Virgil. At least Connor. Go fight Connor. I tried to give him that.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Maybe he could beat Ennis. Maybe he could beat Crawford. Or at least make it a competitive fight. Danny out here
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
He's been coming up short for a long time on that.
But we got Steve
Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
The zone deal is $100+ million.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Is he really more comfortable now, though? Like, I mean, listen, I like Triple G, but is he really more
On third down, here's Edwards.
Considering the trajectory?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now it's Edwards. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down.
This would be the third fight. Numbers go down per fight. They don't go up. I mean, I didn't see Wilder pay.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
You understand? So, I don't know. I don't believe that they would make any more or less money with Triple G or Charlo or with Bivol and Benavidez. It's just Benavidez. Bro,
so here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it with Dobbins, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Ravens go for it but come up empty, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. First down, here's Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Minnesota.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
But it's, I mean, that should be out of your system in a few days, man. Get the fuck out of here.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
I see you shut the fuck up, huh? All the damn talking you were doing, now you're all quiet. That's normally what happens. I take the penalty. Let your ass feel that.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt.
You going to Cleveland for the All-Star game? LeBron requested your presence. I heard that last night.
It's good. Our score, 14-6.
I got something scheduled early Monday morning that I need to get to, so I wouldn't be able to get back.
Oh, that's a problem. Well,
it is.
God bless you.
I thought about it, though. I thought about it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought about it.
So you going or no?
No.
Okay, all right.
Now
Well,
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
will be appearing in his 18th All-Star game this
And
weekend.
a fair catch signaled
But this one will
for
be a little
and taken
different as the team will
successfully.
return to his hometown of Cleveland for the festivities. LeBron will be one of the two captains for the game on Sunday night, and he'll have both of the Cavs All-Stars,
Just over
Darius
30
Garland
seconds to
and Jarrett
go in
Allen
the
on
half.
team.
They've got it
Shannon,
first and 10.
what do you expect from LeBron at this All-Star game?
Well, you didn't give him his correct accolades.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
18 straight
And he
All-Star
will
games.
lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Nobody can say that, Candace.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Skip, we've all been in situations. Hey, man, you going to such and such? Yeah, man, I'm going to run by there and show my face for 30, 40 minutes, and I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
What LeBron should do.
They worked this
Now,
well
he has to
upfield
go,
across the
obviously,
45.
This is an appreciation saying that
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I'm sure he still has friends. I'm sure I don't know how much family or extended family still lives in the Cleveland, Akron area. Gets an opportunity to go back and see them. Go back and see them. What should happen and what will happen.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
LeBron
Steps away to his left.
He's missed several games because of knee issues.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Me of the high ankle sprain
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Baby, having a good time. He's going to want to win this game. And he's going to end up playing
There's a diving catch right side. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before
and then
halftime.
Grab a couple of bags of ice and start icing his knees, getting ready for the second half of the season.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm not mistaken, Skip, I think there's 24
On
games
second
left,
and 9,
which is really short
Jackson.
for the second half of the season. But there's 24
Catch
games.
is made by Marquise Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
But that's not what he's going to do. So what LeBron's going to do
play of the
is
half
play
here. It's
25,
Jackson.
30 minutes, try to
It's
win this
complete to
ball
Brown,
game.
right side.
And
out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's what he's going to do.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they set up with first and goal.
5 minutes and call it a night, right?
Play just enough to acknowledge the crowd, your fans, to make them know that you appreciate them.
Shot before break.
Helping you make
Flush
it
to his
18
right.
straight, 18 straight
this
starts.
is going to be
you do that acknowledgement,
intercepted.
you appreciate it, and then
Able
you
to get there and
take a seat.
pick it.
Okay.
And he will be brought down
I'm here
on
to tell
what will be the
I am
final
here to
play of this
predict to
first
you
half.
right here, right now. LeBron James is about to
Defense.
win
In the
All-Star
books, you're
MVP.
watching the
MVP.
NFL on EA
This is on a
Sports.
silver
Welcome
platter
back,
for
Charles
him.
and I settled into the booth, ready
This is
for
a game
quarter
made
number
for him
3.
in year 19 at age 37 because he has turned into an all-offense,
The Vikings have to like their position. They've
player.
got
What
the
is
lead. They
All-Star
get this
game? It's
football as
all
well
offense.
as we are
Defense.
back and underway for the second half.
Maybe.
Kene
His
Nwangwu now
style
out of his
right
end
now,
zone.
the way he's playing right now,
The lane
which is
opens here. He's
astonishing
past
to
the
me that
30.
he's playing at this high of an offensive level in year 19.
Correct.
I think we're all in agreement. He's having as great a year
Here
19
are the Vikings
in
now to start their
productivity
next drive.
as we've ever
Hey,
seen.
Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Highly capable of it.
Oh, yeah.
He is going
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A run there
Let's
with
make
Cook
the
not
King
going to
back
accomplish
in
much.
Cleveland,
Call
back in
it
the
no
Akron
gain.
area.
Second
Let's
down
make him
coming
the
up.
MVP.
As
And
usual,
I
the
believe the
hallmark of a
word will
good run
circulate
defense,
in the opposing
linebackers
locker
making
room.
plays near the
Also,
line of scrimmage.
it's
Absolutely
his night.
nowhere to
It's
run
his
there.
moment. It's his former stage. It's where he won his greatest
On second
championship.
down, it's
from
Cook
3-1
again.
down against Golden State.
I'll give you that.
Okay?
Oh, he's got some breathing
2015.
room.
So
They
why
ain't ready
not
for us.
let him
Touchdown,
have his night?
Vikings.
And the reason LeBron
Dalvin
is going to
Cook,
play high minutes, I looked at
46
what his highest minutes
yards.
were.
And the
He's had a
Vikings
bunch
find
of
a way to
30-plus
stretch
minute
their
All-Star
lead.
games. He's had 1, 2,
I guess
3,
when you
4,
look
5,
back
6,
on it, it
7
was just a
times
matter
he's
of
gone over
time until
30
he
minutes
popped
with
a
a
big
high
one like that. And, you know, at
2014 in New
halftime, you
Orleans.
and
I
I
was there.
discussed it.
33
They'd done a nice
minutes.
job on him in the
I will
first
bet you
half.
he'll play
But
at
there were a
least
couple of occasions where it felt like
in
he
this
might
game.
wiggle out of
Whatever
traffic
it takes.
and take it to the
And I
house.
believe in 35
Finally, here in the
minutes,
second
he will
half,
score at
that
least
got done.
30 points, and
Extra
I would not
point
be
splits the
surprised if
uprights,
he gets to
and the
40.
lead is up to
I
15
thought you were
now.
going to say a 30-point trip dub.
Well, okay, it gets hard to do the triple-double because
Now Joseph
nobody's
tees
even
it up to
passing the
kick off
basketball, so
following
it's
the
hard to get
touchdown.
assists. And I think he's going to be in full-on scoring mode, so he's still the best
No
passer of
run back
basketball, but
here
he's
for
not going to be
Duvernay.
looking to do
Touchback
that.
out to the 25.
So, to me, what he does best right here, right now, he's still the best driver
The
of the
Raven
basketball in the
offense
game.
set at the
And
line
when
for
he
this
gets going
next drive.
downhill, when he starts
And
the
the
freight
interception
train at
thrown
about
in the
6'9",
red zone
I'm
last
gonna give
time.
him
We'll see if they can rebound.
265 right now.
I just have to think the
He is
last thing he
still
said as they went
unstoppable
back
to the
out there
basket,
was, don't do that
especially
again. What do
when
you
nobody's
think?
playing a lot of defense.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
It's not as bad as the Pro Bowl, but it's pretty.
It's not quite as bad, but
Now
Ain't
Dobbins.
nobody play that defense, Skip. Ain't nobody in no chair trying to guard you.
and it's more fun to watch.
Now,
than
he's
Pro Bowl
tackled a
because you
yard
can
short
put
of
on
the marker.
spectacular
Good gain of
individual
9 on
moves
first
and
down.
you can
The
have
previous run, good for
sequences that are
9. Here's second and a
sensational
yard.
that transcend even what you can do in a Pro Bowl.
Right. And plus,
Oh,
you
he
got
rifles
blocking
one, and
three
that's
steps.
going to be
not
intercepted.
get
And they're going in.
Picked off
Yeah,
by
we like
Harrison
that.
Smith.
It's-
And he will take this across
In an
midfield
NBA
and down to
All-Star
the
game, in the
48-yard
sport of
line.
basketball, it's
So
less
that's
obvious that nobody's playing defense because in the Pro Bowl, you're supposed to actually tackle people, and if it's clearly, glaringly obvious that nobody's even trying to tackle the guy with the ball, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, well, Skip, if nobody hits the ground, there's a good chance that no one's tackling.
That is correct. Okay, so to me, LeBron is attempting a career high by far 8 3-point shots a game. This can be a 3-point shooting contest. So I'm going to say he'll attempt 12 of those.
12?
Yep, I believe he'll shoot 12 threes because it's just what you do in the All-Star game. They're semi-break threes where you just pull up and launch.
Right.
And if he gets a little bit, he'll have stretches of hot hand.
Oh,
where
yeah,
he'll make
hot
a
hand,
couple,
yeah,
make 3.
Yeah.
If he could maybe get to 6, if he could hit 6 out of 12, that's 18 points right there. And then a lot of fast break. And he can still get up. I know he's supposed to have a swollen knee. I don't know about that. But he looked just fine the other night, right? He looked like I thought he was a tour de force in that game until the last minute. We went on and on about that yesterday, but that doesn't matter. When it was time in the fourth quarter, what did he wind up with?
15.
15. He scored
15,
15 points, and he looked explosive. His knee appeared not to be bothering him one even tiny bit. I didn't see a wince. I didn't see any limp. He was getting up. He was slamming when it was time to slam. So can he still highlight dunk it? Sure he can.
Yeah.
Okay? So if he sucks it up, and remember now, he will have had, that was Wednesday night.
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Little shoot around Saturday and then
All
Sunday.
right, so you have time to regroup, and you also know, in the back of your mind, you don't have to play until next Friday.
Correct.
So why wouldn't this be on your silver platter here? You're basically just playing one game in 10 days. Am I right?
Yeah, 1 game, 10 days. Yeah,
Okay, 1 game in 10 days. So why wouldn't he just go at it as hard as he can go?
Well, that's probably what's going to happen, Skip, because he wants to win this game.
Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next. Let's head over to Colin. Colin, what you got on the show today?
Anthony.
pass Wilt in any offensive category, you should be commended.
Yep.
I thought maybe Shaq, because I was like, okay, a big guy skip, you know, and you know how dominant Shaq was. DeMar DeRozan, a guy, he's only made 4 threes in this stretch. But even though he's a mid-range shooter, to shoot 50%, and to shoot, he's not like he's scoring no easy bucket. He's getting 45, 40, 38. This is amazing. He's in the MVP discussion now. He should have been there, but he's smack dab in the middle of it.
I am shocked and I am
The
frustrated.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Dominate the basketball. Ain't nobody dominating the basketball.
Got popped, right?
The only guy that can stop DeMar DeRozan was Greg Popovich. That's Michael Jordan. The only guy that can guard him was Coach Smith.
Michael Jordan. Happy birthday, GOAT, Michael Jordan. Happy birthday, the real GOAT.
Passion for us will be back tomorrow at 9:30. Don't go anywhere.
LeBron,
After playing well in LA's Rock with the state over the weekend.
And running with power here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Our Lakers figuring out how to win the run.
First down and more for Jackson. And finally taken down at the 34. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's all he's ever been. He's never been the 3rd player on the team. So now he gets to go back into a very familiar role. I like what Frank is doing. Frank is playing 16.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
I like the way they're using him. He had 4 turnovers in the 3rd quarter. He had none in the 4th quarter. That's the key here for him.
Yep.
You can't be
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Edwards, and he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, allow me to say that Russell Westbrook has been such a nightmare for your team. Such a comedy of errors for the whole year. And because he's still far and away.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Plus 25. He did have 5 more last
And
night.
Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks.
Perspective,
Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
Those two basketball games. And I thought in the fourth quarter last night,
and that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
And I think that's right. It's like you find his little niche.
Right, thank you.
And you keep him over there in his niche.
Yes.
And yet, on hustle play, he got a couple of offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And you stop and you say, what did he get?
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Last night.
Oh, he's the best offensive rebounding guard in the history of the game.
He had one big one in the fourth quarter last night that keeps the possession going.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He will do that because it's who he is. He was born to do that.
Right.
He won't fight hard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Escaping the pressure right. He's to the 10 and all the way down to the 5. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
To go get the basketball when I thought LeBron wanted no part of that late game free throw line.
They'll run with Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And he looked pretty good doing it.
There wasn't no real round,
Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
It looked like, I got this. I was shocked by that. Of all the best, there's a lot of great basketball last night. But
so I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
I think, damn, Malik, why you
taking it about the 1.
I'm with you.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
I guess they thought he'd be the most trusted free throw.
Even though he made 1 or 2 when he's at the free throw line just early. Because they were against him. I think it was 6 of 11.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
And then he just tries to shrink and disappear. You see him, he just tries to
then his man goes to Collins. He said, well, give it to me right now. I'm going to give me a layup.
Now they got open. But Russ was like, okay, if you're double, just give it to me.
Brady now to throw.
You have to know enough to know.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
You're the one.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 66 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
He had like 4 minutes. He got 4 minutes.
Okay. But in the biggest picture, they rose above what I'm about to show you because it's time for our almost daily. Russell Westbrook.
He did something good. I thought.
For real. We got to see it because he did have 5